I've had cars that sounded like that. Not so much anymore, but ma'am, I've been there. Good morning, everybody. Just picking up a few things here on my way out to, well, probably be a bit of a task today. So just getting warmed up, stretching out the back. Reaching over, as I've said before, is bending down. Apparently it's really good for you. Yeah, it's a nice, we've kind of been having overcasty kind of mornings lately. A little nicer today. It's cold though. Temp today was 35 when I walked out of the house. And, for us Californians, brr, that's cold, right? It's also Sunday. I bet you in a year's time, if I'm still at it out here, which I make no promises, just try to keep going each day. But if I am, which I probably will be, you won't see me out here on many Sundays. Sunday is kind of my... Ooh, dog poop. Sunday's a day of rest. The 7th day, whatever you want to call it. Starbucks. Starbucks must be so filling that people can't finish it. But yeah, Sundays I usually don't walk. Let me just put it that way. Do my morning walks, because on Sunday, a lot of times me and my wife go places, and it usually has something to do with the outdoors. So we get in our walking together on Sundays. It could be down at the beach, or a lot of times out to the desert. We like to do a little bit of hiking. And or sometimes we're just out and about active on Sundays, so I don't do my morning walks. I stay in bed. I gotta stay in a little bit. When you get used to doing the mornings, it's hard to stay in bed. You just feel like, I'm done sleeping. I gotta get to it, but I try to do that on Sundays, but not today. So here's a rare Sunday morning walk. And so far, I'm glad I did, because there's a few things out here that could use my attention. Make people's Sunday morning a little nicer when they drive down the street. They'll never know, but they'll wonder, why is it a nice day? Who knows? They'll just the fact that they didn't see a bunch of stuff will subliminally give them a better perspective of the day. King Cobra. Malt liquor. I've had a few of those. They usually were affordable. Remember all the beers that we used to drink, or maybe you still do, and you're drinking them because you can afford them. Yeah. So you want to drink all kinds of different low-end beverages. Almost out to the main boulevard here. Sun's pretty much up. Sometimes, of course, you get a lot of light before they actually technically say it's sunrise. And the bag is just about full, so we'll stop here at Jack in the Box. Empty this little bit. and head out onto the mission of the day today. Okay, this is kind of just a warm-up. Is that a pregnancy test? Oh, hopefully they got the answer they wanted. Found some crazy stuff out here. Since we're talking about that, condoms. I've never seen so many in my life. I didn't even know that people used them that much until you start walking down to shady kind of dead ends and alleys and stuff, and you find out, it's not just in the movies. All right, coming around here to Jack in the Box. Gonna empty this, and then we'll get back out and get some work done. All right, at the trash can now. Find people at Jack in the Box are up and mad at working. Okay, one chip bag for the morning. And off we go. All right, so today I'm gonna head down, try to do 2 blocks, starting with the first block, which will be going straight down Alessandro, which is my little neck of the woods. And we'll start off here with a nice wet paper plate. We're still just using the grocery bag, the little grocery bag that I encourage everybody to take with them for their walkers. It's one little grocery bag. It has handles. You'll pick up enough to make a little difference. And, not so much where it looks like, oh man, maybe my neighbors will just think I'm grocery shopping. Walking home from the grocery store or something. It won't look so, I don't know, so with a gutter. These Dutch, I find these a lot. I don't know what it is about that packaging, but people don't like to it just seems to fit right on the ground. Maybe it's because it's small. I think that's the thing too, small things. But it's just a little something. Just a little something. It's not a giant 40-ounce bottle of Budweiser. It's just a little fifth of vodka. All right. Well, I'm glad it came out today. I guess the weekends, you figure people are partying. Oh boy, here we go. All right. Here we go. Oh, see, you see? Swisher Sweets. Same thing. But yeah, after on Saturday mornings, the one big difference I noticed is, people are out partying Friday night and they get a little less nice and start doing late night eating. Not as with it in their faculties. And this is right out in the street. Someone definitely threw this from a car. Oh, there's that famous, I've told you guys about this before. Usually there's 2 of these, sometimes 3 even, right in the same spot. Somebody's drinking this and really get hammered, because that's a quart, right? Jack in the Box everywhere. Now the people from fast food restaurants, they do try, and I know it's discouraging, to keep their parking lots clean. They have a regular system that they do that, and that's good. But it doesn't extend out to where all their trash actually goes. And it's not their fault. It's, but it does come from their spot. And here's the second one. Here's the second bottle that I was talking about. See that? It's crazy. It's like every couple days that I come through here, it's the same thing. There's 2, sometimes 3 bottles of quartz usually. We got our little mini bottles here. Got some more. Oh man, see. I can't help but think that like alcohol somehow contributes to just little less behavior, good behavior. It just, you just kind of get. I'm gonna leave those there for the tin can man. There's a couple tin can mans that come through here. Sometimes I forget that they come through, or I can't like not pick it up and throw it away. But sometimes I remember those were nice ones. So big old tall boys of Budweiser. Look at this. Think I can deal with that? I can. Watch. Because luckily, right here at a dumpster, I'm seeing some possible human being right here. So here's our dumpster. So you always got to keep your. A lot of people are either already going through here and they're already a little bit on guard, even scared sometimes. And so you come up on them and, you don't know what the reaction's going to be. So, a lot of garbage back here by the dumpster. Just like at my work, my dumpster area is always a mess. So, yeah. Big old fender here, huh? No problem. They were close. They almost got it over here. Sometimes people don't know what to do. Should I put it in the dumpster or not? Yeah, technically, I guess you're not really supposed to, because it's not your dumpster. But I mean, this is totally recyclable, and this is a totally recyclable dumpster. So it's going in there. Fender and the insert. I bet if someone was looking for this today at the auto parts store, they'd have to pay $200 for that stupid piece of foam, probably. That'd be good kind of for my train set, actually. All right, so see, some big ass thing like that is now gonna get hauled away sooner than later. All right, let me go pick my grocery bag back up, and we'll get back out on the boulevard. This is right in front of people's businesses right here. As somebody who works in a little strip mall, has my business in a little strip mall too, I know. It's like there's an upstairs to this place, right? Anybody that works up there has to walk through that litter and trash on their way to work to start their day. Not the greatest way to start the day. All right, we're back at it. The sun's coming up quick. Still early though. Maybe about 6:40, 6:45. Creeping up on 7. Back out here on Alessandro, they're doing a ton of construction, and all this road construction is because of warehouses. All those warehouses you see back in the background, they're brand new. And now they got to do all the roads so the trucks can operate properly on these roads for the warehouses, right? So, for every action, there's another action or reaction, action, reaction. It just goes on and on and on. I'm trying to do my action out here. Action, man. Sunday morning, feeling got like a little extra pep in the step today. Must have been those vitamin C's. I haven't said hello to anybody in person yet today, so hello. Here we are, out on the boulevard, as I call it. Already gotten 2 bags, starting on the second block of this stretch of boulevard We're going to try to cover 3 blocks today. The last area is the area I want to really get to because it's an area I haven't gotten to a lot, so it's going to be, you know, in need. Just picking up little stuff as we go. So these 2 blocks that we're covering right now, just did one, are ones I've worked on for years now and just maintain them because at first, you know, they looked like where we're heading. And I'm slowly heading into that area and starting to get that under control. But it's a long process. Just remember, if you're ever out here doing this and you're like, oh wow, I felt so great, and you could literally come out the next day and, you know, it'll be bad again. Maybe not as bad, but it'll be, because it's, yeah, it doesn't stop. But I'll tell you what does slow it down is less litter. When there's literally less litter, people litter less in that spot. It's crazy. I've done this long enough now to see if that's true. And my statistics in my brain say, yeah, that's exactly true. Litter begets litter. It kind of green lights people when they see a spot and they're already prone to do so, to be like, hey, that's the spot I'm going to litter. I mean, they're not thinking about it that much, but that's what's going on. And then that area will get really bad really fast. And it'll just get out of control. Okay, so down in a storm drain here now. And they haven't been maintaining this. Somebody said, how come, you know, are you sure you're allowed to be doing this? Isn't this Caltrans' job? Maybe you'll get in trouble. Well, it is their job. They do a great job when they do it. But it's very inconsistent. Not inconsistent, but not very often. It's not enough. That's why I feel, you know, we have to handle some of the work too, if we really want it to be at a level that's good, that's, you know, noticeably positive instead of the opposite. Hey, when I've been working on an area and then Caltrans comes along and does a big cleanup right there, I'm grateful, because guess what? Then I can move on to somewhere else. Yeah, so that's great. Good for them. You know, we do pay taxes. They're doing their job. They got a job. You know, there's the old saying too. Oh, if I just, you know, if I litter or I leave it there or don't care about it, it gives somebody else a job. That is also true. Good. But, you know, that it's not enough. You know, just like I was talking about Jack in the Box, right? Those people try their best to keep up with how much litter their business generates. And it's not them throwing it. Of course, it's not them. But it did come from there. And it's not even close to being enough. You know, again, they could go right out and do what we used to call a lot cleanup, because I used to work for McDonald's. You go out to the parking lot and, you know, you hated that gig. Especially if you lived or worked in a sketchy area. And you go out and you get it all picked up. Next person comes, has to do the lot cleanup. You come in and go, man, it was really bad. Like, oh, I just did it. So, you know. Yeah, somebody commented, they're like, hey, you might get fined for doing that. Because that's supposed to be a Caltrans job. First of all, yeah, I don't think so. And second of all, yeah, it is their job. And I'm glad for them doing their job. And it has nothing to do with the workers or that, anything like, if it's not going well. It's always, you know, people on the top who are not out here on the street. You know, who would be the ones who would say, oh yeah, we're gonna fine you or something. Okay, so this whole stretch, I've been maintaining this from here all the way down to that second light, if you can see it. It's been something I've been doing for a long time. Okay? And so it's still a little bit up here. If you remember last week, I started working on something, it's pretty dark. video early in the morning. Started working on that stretch. This is where we're going to be heading now, and eventually we'll get to where I don't go so far, at least as of yet. It has a little bit to do with safety issues. All right, dumpster number 2 for the day. This one's always a lot better. The traffic here is not as bad, so not as many people use it. We got another bag. What's that, bag 3? Yeah, bag 3 so far. And I think that's going to do it for our small grocery bags today. We're going to have to break out one of the real bags, so I'm going to quickly fold this up and break out one of just like a little bit bigger bag. Hold on. Okay, just leaving the dumpster, and it's got a little warm. Sometimes, you get to moving and you start warming up. I unzipped the jacket a little bit, glove free. So here we go. Gonna bust out just what you would call like a tall kitchen bag, which obviously is a little bigger than a grocery bag, and get to work on an area that I probably, the next block, to the next street, I guess it's about a half a block, is I've been working on. It's still a need before it's really under control. So, and then after that, it'll be going into an area I'll show you at least. I don't know what I'm going to do about it because this video is getting long quick. That's the other thing too. It's crazy how long these can get when you're doing this work. When I do the big cleanups, 5 to 10 minutes, because it's all like kind of in one spot, and I can just set the camera down, 2 hands, bam, go for it. But these walking alongs, here we go. So just regular trash here. That should be what we got here going forward, is regular trash. Just likely there's going to be more than what we just did. But you can see the part we just did still had plenty of trash. Those are areas I've already got totally covered and under control. But they still like everything, right? It still needs maintenance. So this area you might recognize from a video a few back. A lot easier to see too because it's light out, and this bag doesn't seem to want to open. Those things can kind of throw you, like a bag that doesn't want to really stay open. Come on, bag. All right, so now I can see better. Finish up, you guys. If you were there and hey, you missed a spot. I always miss a spot. That's why I know I got to come back. But here we go, trying to detail this little area. This is right behind some people's homes. Some nice homes here, older homes. I don't know if I'd want to live right here on Alessandro, but it was probably different when they built these. But we definitely got some remnants here. Had a funny one when I was here the other day. It was a huge thing, and sometimes I'll just put something somewhere where somebody else can help me. Like, hey, let me just bring this up onto your space where I know you're going to be, and you can throw it away because it's too big or I'm too far from anywhere. It was right here, I think. And so someone had thrown out a big old, maybe you remember, kids play set, slide and plastic stuff, And so I didn't know what to do with it at that moment. It was one of those, hey, I got to come back into my truck or to get it. It was right. Okay, anyway. So I put it over the fence, figuring, hey, people like to drive faster. See that? It's a big, on the weekends you hear all the motorcycle, crazy motorcycle guys and race car guys out here just risking it all. Anyway, so needless to say, the next couple of days it came back and they had thrown it back back over the fence out into the street out here instead of helping out and, you know, throwing it away in their dumpster or whatever. Like this right here, watch, see? We'll do a little test. We'll put this here and see if they choose to take it to their trash can. Because a lot of what it is, so I'm gonna talk about excuses right now. All right, and there's a lot of them. Number one is, I didn't throw that down. It's not my problem, you know. Am I enabling these people because I'm out here, you know? They should pick it up. They did it. They this and they that. I'm not gonna pick up after somebody. Hey, then who is? Do you think they're gonna stop? One way or the other? No, not really. The only thing that might stop them is if they see you picking up after them. That might make an impact. What was that? Sometimes I find stuff I can actually hang on to. Like I found, you know, brand new things. Honey pot. Huh. It's brand new, whatever it is. It's never been opened. I'll take that home, see what it is. Yeah, so, you know, when someone sees, it makes them feel guilty. You know, sometimes guilty is the only thing that makes anybody think. See, here's another, there's some sort of, I don't know what they are. Something to do with cover overnight. Anyway, there's two of them, brand new. Don't know if it's something I can use or not. See, right here, sketchy, no sidewalk, people coming up behind me very fast. Very rare people walking right here. So, it's nice hitting right now on a Sunday. It's quiet. So that wasn't too bad. You know, like I said, got a lot of that. Been working on a couple days out here. There goes the cop. Be safe out there, buddy. Someone doing 70? Creeping up on them. Those are the cops that write tickets. The ones with the motorcycles, right? I don't think they're like CHP. Does CHP still do motorcycle? Oh yeah, sure they do. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Because I was thinking of Chips, you know. Punch and John. Everybody my age remembers Chips, the whole TV show. Great show. But yeah, hey, excuses. You know. Oh, I'll get sick. It's gross. And, you know. Yeah. Not always. But yeah. You're going to see some gross stuff. That's for sure. And if it's something you can't handle, just walk by. It's all right. You know. Nothing has to be perfect. You just have to do it. Just go. And it's not going to be perfect, you know? No biggie. So, yeah, you know, here we are, another block. This bag is pretty full. This is a kitchen bag. And, you know, so we're still up to right here is usually my cutoff point. I started, if you remember last week, I started going back this way. Yeah, oh, maybe the neighbors will see me and wonder, what am I doing? Well, maybe they will, and maybe they'll say, hey, that's really cool. Thank you. Don't wait on the thank yous, though. They're far and few between, actually. You'll be surprised. But you get them sometimes. But yeah, it might inspire them to, you know, just take a grocery bag with them on their walk. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with what do I would like to see or ask of my friends and family, whoever, is to just take one grocery bag, you know, from your grocery store with you and fill that one bag. So here's a bunch of more stuff. So the first palm tree has been kind of my marker, and now we're at the second palm tree, which is my new marker. But I think the bag is getting pretty full already, and my video is getting really long, I bet you. One bad thing about long videos is that they're too long for people to watch. I know I watch a lot of YouTube, and yeah, it's just too long. I don't have enough time, you know, I got other things to do. So I didn't think this one was going to turn out to be so long, but it is. And right up to here, palm tree 2. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys a little bit what happens after here. All right, it starts to get really, really bad. Okay, this is gonna wrap it up for me today. All right, this is what I gotta look forward to in 2025. We're coming up on the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. There's plenty more to do. So the content for what I'm doing it's endless. So I'll always have content. All right, see this section? So my next goal is to get up to, see all that? So this is like big black trash bag job. This is a Caltrans job, you know, but they're only going to come through here once a year or twice a year. So that's what I'm here for. Fill in the gaps. Okay? So here's up to here. After here, walking here, it's not safe. Might be able to find times where it's better, like now. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit here with doing this or not doing this. Yeah, I started having, some issue with people just not doing anything, just walking past something. So watch. This is step one. You know, I got to start on this, right? But instead of going, oh my God, I'll never be able to get. What if I just did this one piece? Okay. So, and then I'm like, yeah, that was easy. I'm gonna do one more piece. Hey, there's some Coors. All right, giving Budweiser a run for its money today, right? So that's it. You know. Yeah, what will people think? You know. But yeah, just that. I don't know. Sometimes I have more issue with people who literally just walk right past some litter right in front of their house or right in front of their business, right outside of their car. Would have taken hardly any extra anything to pick that up. So, you know, safety. I've had comments from people, you're going to get killed out there. I know it sounds, you know, like the go-to, but hey, you know what? We are all going to die, all right? I've probably done things that were more risky for less reward. And besides that, you know what? I am very careful. I'm extremely aware of my surroundings when I'm doing this. It's just been something I've always lived that way, being very aware, you know, and that's why I believe I am being safe. You know, I love tomorrow. I want to see tomorrow. I'm not a big risk taker, really. Okay, so we're heading back, but safety is super important. You know, you also don't have to get out into crazy areas to do a little litter pickup. You know, it's mostly just right around your little neighborhood. probably pretty quiet. Still be careful though. It's an easy place to let your guard down. So, yeah, being safe. You know, it's somebody else's job to do this. Like I said, good. I'm filling in the gaps when they're not at the job in this place today, or this week, or this year. Okay? As we go back, we're going to start to see the difference between these shrubs Stater Brothers and the ones we just left back there. Okay, that's what all of these looked like before. All of this looked like that before. Just as bad. And what do you find? You're still going to find little stuff, but it's not going to accumulate into a massive amount of stuff. Because now all it takes is some maintenance. And I can kind of get into just the little detailing, which is fun. It's like, wow, I'm picking up one little airhead wrapper, right? I love airheads. Or I did, I should say. There's a lot of things I don't particularly, a lot of things I don't have or take or eat or anymore, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. I used to love them, mate. Probably ate them too much. Got a sweet tooth for sure. There's my Cujo. 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 Dogs. You know, talking about being aware. You know, one time I had two mastiffs were loose and headed my way. And right before I got to where I thought me and them were gonna find out how fast I could run or get on a car, I looked down and there was a big old bag of like beef jerky kind of that someone thrown out. And so I picked it up and kind of slung the beef jerky out of the bag towards the dogs, and they ate it. And instead of eating me, it was the weirdest thing. It's just a coincidence, you know. God looking out for me. I don't want to get chewed up by a couple big giant. Those dogs have got to be 150, 160, 170, which is about what I weigh pounds. There's two of them, and all of a sudden appears out of nowhere, beef jerky on the ground. I laughed after that. I thought, you gotta be kidding me. That is the craziest thing. But it happened. It's pretty cool. And then I think the dogs were like, oh, this guy's cool. So instead of being mad at me and eating me or tearing me up, we became friends. That happens. All right, I don't know if you noticed, I backtracked back down this street because the other side of the street is sketchier even. Nobody walks over on that side. Maybe they'll put sidewalks over there. That's one time. Sometimes the warehouses do bring in some useful infrastructure, like sidewalks or lighting or something that maybe is needed out, like in a place like this. But I'm gonna get home, say good morning to my lovely wife, dump this last bag. Let's see, we'll see if we can. So that made bag 4. So 3, back to the same dumpster. 3 grocery bags and 1 almost full, tall kitchen bag. And kind of get a check out not a new spot, but a spot that I'm planning on spending more time, attention with. Actually, I'm just going to throw that whole bag in there because it is soaked and gross and all that stuff. All right, y'all. This is a long one, but it kind of shows the walking and picking up trash thing is, you know, it takes a long time. It's slow. You're only picking up one little thing at a time. So we'll figure out how to make that shorter, video-wise. And thanks everybody for your comments and suggestions, criticism, any of that stuff, I'll try to talk to you about it. It gives me something to talk about. Yeah, have a great day. I'm having a great day. Bye, all.